It's one of the most beloved cars and one of the most beloved movies of all time. I'm Doug Geed. Meet the Long Islander who spent 5 years building a replica of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. That's all day today here on News 12 Long Island, as local news gets. All right, Back to the Future. That was a movie from the 80s. Now let's talk about a movie from the 60s, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Very popular family movie in its day, and it's had an enormous impact on a Long Islander to this day. For more than 25 years, Tony Garofalo has played the role of John Lennon in the popular Beatles tribute band Strawberry Fields. But Tony has another obsession with pop culture.
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, we love you.
When I was 4 years old, I saw Chitty Chitty Bang Bang at Radio City Music Hall during Christmas. The day I saw the movie, the car was parked outside and the cast, because it was a premiere. Dick Van Dyke, Sally Ann Howes, and of course for a 4-year-old kid, seeing the car and then watching on the movie that it could fly, it could float. So I was fascinated with it.
You're a genius!
And that fascination turned into a lifelong dream of building his own Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. A dream he's just completed.
It took me 5 years. I just completed it this past June.
First, Tony had to find a car to use as a base.
This is a 1914 Overland. It's 100 years old. I had to buy a car that wasn't beautiful because I knew I had to tear it all apart, and it had to be right-hand drive.
Tony did most of the reconstruction from memories and pictures, but also had the opportunity to see one of the actual cars used in the movie.
Everything on that car is exactly like the real Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Everybody asks me, does it fly? And yes, it does fly. The wings retract automatically, and that's one of the key things that people love about it. This is called a Python horn. This came off of an old Mercedes, early 1900s. Very hard to find.
And this was like in the movie. He had a Python.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's a working horn?
It's a working horn. It has authentic 1914 license plates. I had them restored. It's registered with New York State DMV.
Don't tell me you take that on the expressway.
No, I don't. No, I don't. But
although it would be good, you could fly over the traffic.
That would be great. Tony
Tony also has a lot of memorabilia in his house. This is an actual costume worn by Dick Van Dyke in the movie. If you check out the inseam of the pants, you see the name Dick Van Dyke. And these are a pair of shoes Van Dyke wore in the movie. And when Tony met the actor earlier this year, he autographed it for him.
Dick Van Dyke was such a nice, sweet guy. I essentially spent the whole day with him and his wife. But the main goal for me is making people smile. And when I drive that car, it just makes people smile. From 4 years old, the fact that I got to meet Dick Van Dyke, that I have costumes from the movie that he wore, and I'm driving this, it's just like a dream come true.
Bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang.
Bang.
Now I apologize because you're all going to be singing that song
I know.
like I have been for the past month.
Toot, sweet.
If you'd like to see the car itself, Tony's bringing it to an event. It's Sunday in Manhasset.
Oh my gosh.
For more information, go to our website, news12.com, click on numbers and links, tell your secret.
Dick Van Dyke was my imaginary friend. Like I used to tell my parents, you're sitting on Mr. Van Dyke, like he's my friend. I just loved him.
You had a crush on
Chitty
Dick
Bang
Van Dyke.
Bang and
Mary
Mary Poppins.
Bert. You should check. You got to meet Tony. He's a great guy.
Oh my God, I love the car.
And Strawberry Fields, you know that.
Yeah,
They're terrific.
they're awesome. Yeah. Who knew? How'd you find that story?
We saw Strawberry Fields at Tanner Park, a summer concert, and someone came up to me and said, you got to meet Tony. He told me about the car, and bingo bango, here we go.
Wow, I love it. Awesome.
Dick Van Dyke turns 90, by the way, I think next year. They're going to have a big thing at Disney for him.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, let's stop talking and let's get some weather information from
I love
Rich.
it. Hey, Rich.
Hello.
Watching you right now, saying,
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Coming up for you at the top of the hour.
This car is the most iconic movie car in the world, hands down.
It is a dream come true for one Long Islander. He rebuilt Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. We'll take you through the entire reconstruction.
It is so cool. I love this story. Rich Hoffman also has your hyperlocal forecast. A beautiful day to drive in the Chitty Chitty